Hey everybody, it's Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News, and I'm very pleased to have with us Megan Howse, who's the Senior Vice President of Marketing at iQmetrix. Megan, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Doug. Excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited about the SummitX conference. I've never been, and I'm going to be going for the first time, and that's what we're going to be talking about. You guys are hosting this very unique event in the telecom retail sector.
That's exactly correct. Yes. It's SummitX is the only event of its kind, actually, because of that dedicated focus on the specifically to the retail space within telecom.
Now, before we dive in more about the event, tell me a little bit about iQmetrix.
Yeah, so iQmetrix is a leading provider of interconnected commerce solutions in North America. So we were founded back in 1999 as a SaaS company and have grown to be one of the main suppliers of SaaS solutions and services to carriers, authorized retailers, OEMs, and more throughout North America.
And this event had happened before. It's come back, and you guys are going to be doing it in kind of a big way.
Yeah. So back, I guess in the sort of beginning years of iQmetrix, we actually had held a summit event for 10 years in a row. Our last one of which was actually in 2014 in San Diego, where we literally kind of blew it out of the park. We rented out Petco Park and had fireworks and a great event there with some phenomenal content and keynote speakers there as well. We ended up taking a pause for a few years to try and reevaluate what we wanted the event to be, and leaned a little bit more into creating meetups and boot camps for specific segments of our retailer space. So for example, creating focused conversations around Verizon authorized retailers and such. But it seemed like every time I would go to a different event or I'd be talking to other people in the industry, everyone was just begging us, when is Summit coming back? When are you guys bringing back Summit? And so we officially decided to bring back our Summit event, but with this year a bit of an evolution. So that's why we're calling it SummitX. And we're trying to lean into some of those great experiences that we used to create with Summit, as well as making sure that we're still creating those spaces for those authorized retailers and such to be having specific conversations for their channels as well.
Now, in this podcast, we're going to, by the way, starting a series of 4 podcasts. This is the first one. We're going to be talking about some of the really high-level keynoters that you guys are bringing forward.
Yes. So I honestly think this is one of the best agendas we've actually ever had. So headlining our event this year, we actually have NFL star Tim Tebow, which is pretty exciting. Many of the attendees will actually have the chance to do a meet and greet and photo opportunity with Tim Tebow after his keynote as well. So we're very excited about having him headlining. And then we also have Adam Smiley Pozwalski joining this year. So Adam is a best-selling author and workplace culture guru. So he's going to be joining us, really digging into some of the future of work as well. And then we didn't stop there. We decided to really build out the agenda with some headlining keynotes. So we actually assigned Josh Linkner as well. So for those who aren't familiar, he's a serial entrepreneur and best-selling author. He's worked with venture capitalist investors and really has a good handle on innovation and entrepreneurship. So he'll be doing a session around Find a Way. And then we're bringing back Shelley Palmer this year as well. So Shelley has spoken at our events in the past. He's a really renowned technology visionary, CEO of Palmer Group, professor. And so he'll be doing both a keynote session on some digital trends as well as a breakout session specifically on 5G as well. And then those are just actually the keynote sessions. We're also doing a ton of other industry sessions in terms of user insights, innovation. We'll have some other additional inspirational content. And then we, of course, have our own telecom industry address, which is our keynote presentation that we put on as well. And then this year, one of the twists that we're bringing is our development teams internally have been working on an internal hackathon where they're sharing ideas and trying to quickly code and create sort of a pitch session. So they'll actually be pitching some of the top ideas from that internal hackathon, and the crowd will have a chance to vote on the best ideas. So tons definitely happening in terms of the agenda this year.
And it sounds like there's also, I'm starting to see some events do this, more participation, more participatory things, in addition to just sort of receiving information.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is one of the things I think that people want the most is that engagement because again, like the telecom retail is so unique that I think a lot of our attendees really want to engage with the speakers themselves, the presenters, but also their colleagues. So we're trying to create ways that we're creating more conversation as well to share best practices, whether it's things with inventory and supply chain management or even things like reconciliation and reconciling back to the carrier. We want everyone kind of sharing those ideas and really engaging to make sure that they're taking actionable insights away from the event as well.
You guys have sort of made this into sort of the industry's flagship event.
Yeah, definitely. That is, I think, one of the biggest reasons of why people were begging us to bring it back, whether that was retailers themselves or if it was our vendors as well. Like I remember specifically back in 2014, standing in the hall of the hotel at San Diego and one of our vendors coming up and saying, I just had more conversations and generated more leads for our business in this one day than I have all year through all of our efforts. So we really did want to build that Summit brand and lean into our purpose as a company of creating great experiences for vendors, for clients, for everyone in the industry, really.
So, Megan, tell us a little bit about where and when it's going to be.
Yeah, so SummitX this year is in Scottsdale, Arizona. We're at the beautiful 5-star Camelback Resort, and it's October 27th through 29th.
All right, and anybody, any telecom professional can, even if you're not currently an iQmetrix customer, you can attend, sign up.
Yes, absolutely. Really, if you are within the telecom industry and have even an adjacency to the telecom retail side of things specifically, all are welcome. We hope to see you there.
Well, I'm going to be there. I'm excited to be going. I hope to see everyone there. Megan, thank you very much indeed. I'm looking forward to our next 3 podcasts on this event.
Perfect. Thanks, Doug.